That was kind of dope. What up, TJ? I never introduced myself, and I realized my name, Studio Avkai, is basically my production company because my artist name was Avkai, and blah blah blah. Who cares? So when I first started guitar, I there was like I wish someone would have just gave me, hey, what do I need to know so I can be a professional guitarist? What skills do I need? What skills do I need to stack all together that would make me a capable guitarist to get gigs? Because before it was just me like, I guess if I'm really good at this, somebody will pick me. If I'm really good at solo, and maybe if I can hold down chords enough. And there was like no definitive list, so I compiled this little checklist just so that I wish I had when I started, and hopefully it'll help you along because I believe anybody, and I do mean anybody, can learn these skills and become a guitarist and have fun in the process. Like it doesn't have to be some like crazy thing where like it's strenuous and competitive. Nah, everybody I met in the scene, there's way too many guitarists in Central Florida, and they're all great, and none of us fight with each other. So first thing is learn songs. It's at the top. It's not like the first thing you should do, but it's the most important. It's the thing I put off the longest. I would have been so much further along if I did do this. So let me just go down the list and then I'll like break them down. Learn songs, intonation / technical ability, chords, ear, music fretboard knowledge, versatility, individually. Learn songs. That's a given. Like it's music. Gotta know some songs. That's like the medium. Intonation, technical ability. I mean like being able to play notes and have them sound good and in tune. Well, I turned off the tone. Are your notes clear? Chords, that's just, can you play any chord you need? How many chords do you know? What's your chord vocabulary like? If someone wanted you to play a certain style, could you play it? Could you play the voicings needed for that style? Ear, just being able to tell, like, I hear a note. Like if I hear these chords, do I know? Can I find the root note? Finding the root note is the most important. Everything else, chords, who cares about chords, bro? Just play some double stops that sound like they fit enough and play some melodic patterns. Musical fretboard knowledge, so I know this is G, this is G, this is G. Like I know all of those. I know what a pentatonic scale looks like. I'm like, oh, you can recognize that if I start AC, where's another AC? Here's AC. Where's another AC? Sound like that. Versatility. So if I'm playing something like jazzy, can I go? I played that wrong. I could be more versatile. A lot of stuff I play is like jazzy. Oh no. Don't click off. I swear I know this. Sound like that. And then individuality. What makes you? With me, it's like just double stops and slides. I just like playing what singers would play. So we'll start off with like learning songs. And just a disclaimer, I don't full-time work as a musician right now. When everything was starting to pop off for me, I got scared and I was like, this might not last. Let me go to a safe path. And I was like having fun teaching. So I'm a preschool teacher right now, guitar on the side. And I realized I didn't want to play like gigs and do like that path, even though a lot of my friends, they have very, very like not comfy. They have good lives and sustainable lives playing music full time. I just decided that gigging wasn't the avenue I really wanted to go down. Right now, I'm just working on original music because that's like where my joy is. Playing on stage, and it doesn't matter if I'm playing for 3 or 4 hours, it's always fun to me. The time flies by and I get paid to do it well doing it when I do it. But my heart is really lying in original music, and that's what I'm pursuing right now. And YouTube, I also teach, so I'm like, well, might as well teach on YouTube and see where this goes. So learning songs. First and foremost, that's my biggest like weakness is I didn't learn more songs sooner. I waited because I was like, I don't really want to learn songs. There's no song I want to know. I just want to be able to solo. Do stuff like that. And like most of your knowledge of like being musical comes, I'm not going to say like a million times this video, most of my musical knowledge just came from learning songs. All these cool progressions I know, like bossa. That came from joining a local jazz band. Learning those songs is what like expands your musical knowledge. Here we go again. I'm not doing a counter. I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna be better. Learning a song is what expands your musical vocabulary, your repertoire, so to speak. So you learn these cool patterns and these. You notice a lot of patterns repeat themselves. 2-5-1 progression, my favorite progression. Sunday morning, read his colleagues. There's a 2-5-1, and just the two of us is like 2-5. That's technically still a 2-5-1, even though that song is in A flat and that's a C sharp. Well, if it was A flat, that'd be a D flat. You wouldn't say sharps. But yeah, stuff like that. Learning songs actually gave me skills to. It makes you a better songwriter and makes you more dynamic as a guitar player. Let's go in. I don't want this video to be 1,000,000 minutes long like the other ones. I got dogs waiting in the cage, dinner's waiting. We're going to get through this. I'm going to give you this checklist, and you're going to be an amazing rock star guitarist. I believe in you. Intonation / technical ability. So the most important thing you do for this is just practice your basic patterns. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. I care a lot more if your notes sound clean when you pick them and play them than if you can play 1,000,000 miles per hour, play like the coolest, jazziest stuff. None of that stuff is important if your notes don't sound in tune when you play them. Are you sliding all the way up to the fret on each note you play? When you bend, are you bending to a note? Close enough. It's alright when I do it, guys. So just stuff like practicing your foundational stuff. This Matteo Sasato version of like, he just took the variation of this because you can make any sort of finger pattern you want and said 1, 3, 2. And playing this for like a week, I noticed how fast I was improving. Of course I would do a slapping now. But finding different picking things to do. I think that's how that went. There we go. Picking chords. Can you play what you need to play to be able to be hired by someone? Is basically what I'm getting at there. Play it like I remember like when someone saw me play live and then I sent in a recording and I'm so embarrassed because the recording I was trying to rush it, try to get out as fast as possible because it's like, yeah, if you play like some Van Halen solo, and I got the solo like within an hour, but it wasn't clean and it wasn't good, and they just basically never contacted me. When I saw that guy next time, he was just like, hey man, what's up? So your technical ability is, have you practiced enough to be able to pick up something? Like if I want to play a song, I can probably have it down within a week. If it's like a difficult song, like say I played a Polyphia song, I could have a Polyphia song down in a week of just continued practice. Do you know how to practice is my question. And chords. So chords, let me tell you how I played. Songs first and foremost, because songs, oh, I just realized I recorded on maximum and not just a regular. So this file is going to be 1,000,000 gigs. There is no way there's already 10 minutes elapsed. Cat, I'm doing important stuff right now. So that's a major chord. Now what if I wanted a dominant 7? That's a major 7. Can you play a dominant 7? Can you play a minor 7? Can you play a diminished? Oh, that's not diminished. Can you play augmented? I think I can. No, that's not it. Yeah, there we go. That's a weird voicing, but you know, stuff like that. And chords, basically, if you can get them down, like go into a jam, you only need to know the basic versions of chords. I only learned different chords because I played with a pianist in the big band I played with. And I said, let him do the cool flower stuff. His chords are going to sound way better because he has all these different voicings that come more easily. And I'm over here. But if he wasn't here, then I'd be hitting those full voicing. Ooh. Just learning your basic 7 chords should be enough. And then your 9 chords. 9 chords are simple, like major 9, major 9, minor 9. That's just putting these fingers in a row on the same fret, and then your second finger. Start on the 5th string, by the way. Your second finger down here. Then for your major 7, your major 9, that's a little different. This is dominant 9, minor 9, major 9, and after that you're golden. Just learn the movable shapes. Whoa! And ear training. So if I play like a chord progression, could you slide up to the note? I'll show you my method for this. Can you slide to the note and find where it is? Playing the same 2, 5, 1, but a different key. No. That's an E flat, by the way. Out of tune E flat. My method is always the same. Find the root note on the top string, and now I know where to start. Put my pentatonic scale. That's the major. This is the minor. So if I'm playing, maybe it's easier for me because I came from a classical music background before I learned guitar. But just like, usually you can hear, and if you can't hear, you can train your ear to just hear a right note. So that doesn't sound like your ear almost going to. But yeah, that's basically the extent you need your ear. Like in gospel music, they basically wanted me at the black church, like that. They wanted me to just like play cool shred lines. Stuff like that. That's the extent they wanted me to ear on that. If you go out to jams, you can ask somebody a chord progression, and if you don't know that, I just be playing like some cool lines. I just wouldn't get into way too much, but if I heard something, eventually I'd hear, oh, they're playing that 2, 5, 1 I always do. Or they're playing 5, 1, 4, 6, 5, 1, sharp 1, or something like that. Or 1, 2, 3, 2. And then what we got here, musical / fretboard knowledge. I think the best thing you can do for yourself is learn every note on the fretboard. The method I use is simple. One day I started with all the G's. So I know the octave trick, that's 2 over, 2 up. G, G. Oh, the first G is actually the string, the open G string. And the bottom and the top string are the same. So any G you find on the bottom string, you also find on the top string. So G, G, G. Octave trick. G. Since I'm moving from this to the B string, I gotta add an extra fret. G, G. That's every fret. That's every G, and once you get to the 12th fret, it just repeats the octave. So now you know every G. Next day, the C. C, 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 C. Well, that E string's out of tune. Ooh. Don't worry about that. Versatility. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, can you switch styles on a dime? How did I get so far from my home? And then can you go to some more? I don't play a lot of rock. Do I know any rock songs? I don't think so. Well, let's play something a little funkier. There it is. I'm sorry, Michael. Please don't Haunt me, Michael Jackson. Ghost of Michael Jackson, please. I gotta know some rock songs. What about Give You One Reason to Stay Here is kind of like some bluesy rock. Think you go to jazz? You don't gotta do all that, but that's just stuff I like to do. But versatility, if someone has you join a cover band, can you play the songs that they need to play? They want to play a pop song, they want to go down to, they want to play top 40, so all around the genres. And the best way to do that is that first one I told you, learn songs. Learn songs you like. Just look at the top 40s like from the last like 20 years and just play all the songs. You've heard them a million times. So once you like play it and you start checking out the chords, you'll know if you have it right or not. And that brings to the last one, individuality. So I was always scared to play like my idols because I always thought that people would just say you're copying them. But I realized all my idols are just copying all their idols. And the finished product sounds like them because no one has all the same taste. Me and my friends, we can all pull up artists and we all like those artists, but then they'll pull out artists I never heard before. And I like them because me and my friends have similar tastes, but that's not who I'd go to if I was like making a song. Like if I'm pulling through a bunch of inspirations, they'd have things different than me, even though we share every other band together. And the stuff they want to play is not the same. It's not like the same licks I choose. Like I'd choose some neo soul or some Alicia Keys. No. Some people, something like that. So you don't need to be scared. You need to steal as much as you can until you sound like yourself. I heard that quote from somebody. Ooh, was it Miles Davis? I don't know. It was somebody. But basically, don't be scared to lean on your influences because no one likes all the music you like the way you like it. So if you're struggling to find yourself, don't worry. Just play songs you like playing, and eventually you will come out. No one's gonna. I always thought people would catch on to me like using pentatonic scales for everything, but even though people might recognize like the licks I'm playing, like they might hear me play it all the time. The new people who come into my life, they're like, if I'm trying to play, I was always trying to play something new, and like I'd be messing up live. No one cares, by the way, but I'd be messing up, and like I'd always be trying to. I'm like, oh, I've been playing one thing for too long. Even though I'm really cooking right now, all the guitarists in the audience are going to judge me. No one cares, dude. No one pays enough attention to me to know what I play every time I come to a jam. No one cares if I... People want it. Like, they're like, hey, yo, man, play that song you played 50 times before. And I'm like, bro, I thought y'all hated me because I'm always playing that song. Like, nah, man, we love the way you do it. I'm like, trying to get down, good Lord, moving over town. And like people love hearing that song, and I always thought I gotta choose different songs, bro. But that's how you get good at songs. You play it over and over again, and especially playing it in front of people. People start to notice you for it, and they start noticing your style. Because I don't play that song like it's written. I don't play any of the songs I like they're written. I always love slowing the songs down and playing different tempos. So play like you. And the last bonus tip I was like is stage presence. Even in classical music, people love when a musician's moving because they're getting into it. And I always would stay so rigid. I'm like, no, I got to be a professional clarinetist. I can't move. And I see like Robert Frost, and he's putting his clarinet up in the air. Because no one cares if you're not dynamic, man. It's boring. People want to know you're feeling the music. Because I was like, for a long time, I'd be scared to like smile on stage. Because I'd be like hiding my smile. Because I'm like, oh, that was really cool what that dude just played. But that's what people love. They care if you're into the music. No one wants to see a robot play music. No one wants to see AI music live. And do I have anything else? Yeah, that might just be it for me. I gotta get this dog out the cage, get this dinner started, gotta edit this video. This cat's asking for food too. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. And believe me, I will be in those comments answering and watching out. Uh, I'll leave a link to my private instruction in the comments. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. If you have feedback of content that I skipped, there's a lot of stuff I didn't put in this video for reasons that I didn't think they were that important. But if you thought they were more important, don't be scared to drop them down below. But that's all I got for you. I love you. Thank you. And I hope the universe gives you all the good that's in store for you.